Hello dear guys, hope you are doing great. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the little bit classification of product table, classification of elements in the product table. So आज हम product table को उसके एक एक element से cover करने की कोशिश करेंगे. I will try my level best to complete a product table within each and every detail of an element. So हमने क्लासिफाई किया था प्रोडक्ट टेबल को ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ ग्रुप्स, पीरियड्स, फैमिलीज, मेटल्स, नॉन मेटल्स, मेटोलाइट्स एंड एक्सेट्रा. सो आज देखते हैं कि प्रोडक्ट टेबल को किस तरह से अरेंज किया जाता है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ ग्रुप्स, फैमिलीज, पीरियड्स, मेटल्स, नॉन मेटल्स, मेटोलाइट्स, एस ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स कौन से होते हैं, पी ब्लॉक कौन से होते हैं, डी ब्लॉक कौन से होते हैं और एफ ब्लॉक एलिमेंट्स कौन से होते हैं. आज हम इसके बारे में मजीद कुछ डिटेल के बारे में अंडरस्टैंड करेंगे. लेट्स सी. सो हियर वी गो. दिस इज द प्रोडक्ट टेबल. इफ वी जस्ट लुक एट अ क्विक ग्लैंस ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट टेबल, वी ऑब्जर्व दैट द प्रोडक्ट टेबल इज डिवाइडेड इनटू फॉलोइंग थिंग्स. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, hydrogen to helium. This horizontal row is called as first period. It means that this one is the first period. Hydrogen and helium. Hydrogen और helium हमारे पास पहले पीरियड से बिलोंग करते हैं, दो ही एलिमेंट से. और इन द प्रीवियस वीडियो मैंने कहा कि दिस पीरियड इज द शॉर्टेस्ट पीरियड इन द प्रोडक्ट टेबल. It contains only two elements. The next period, lithium, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine and neon. So how many elements are there? 8 elements. You can count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Similarly, the third period also carries 8 elements. For example, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine and argon. And in the next period, it contains 18 elements. इनके मैं नाम आपके सामने रिकॉल कर दो. नाम याद रखना कोई जरूरी नहीं है, लेकिन कुछ ऐसे एलिमेंट्स हैं जिनके नाम बहुत ही एसेंशियल है याद रखना, जो कि हमारी डेली लाइफ में इस्तेमाल होते हैं या हम उनको अपनी रिसर्चेस के अंदर इस्तेमाल करते हैं. If we are a good researcher, then we should know the names of some of the transition elements. For example, potassium, calcium, scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc, gallium, germanium, arsenic, selenium, bromine and krypton. So these are, if we just count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. So what was there at that period? So this period was the first one, second, third and fourth period. Fourth period contains how many elements? 18 elements. If we just talk about the period number 5, it contains once again 18 elements. You can count down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. If we just talk about the period number 6, it contains, let's see, I told you guys that this will carry how many elements? 32 elements. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. अब आप फौरन कंफ्यूज हो जाएंगे, सर आगे मूव करें. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So this contains 18 elements? No, not at all. Why? Because we are forgetting that this lanthanum will be connected with the cerium, because these elements will be the part of the lanthanum. That is called as lanthanide series. Now, if that 18 is count up, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 and 32. So 6 period carry 32 elements. Okay, if I just talk about the 7th period, I told you guys this one is incomplete. How? Because 1, 2, ये हमारे पास 2, फर्स्ट वन जो मेन ग्रुप के एलिमेंट्स हो गए 1 and 2, दो, उसके बाद है थोरियम, then this is just moving like that. This one, and I just written some dots over here. It means that there are some spaces which are vacant for new discovered elements. तो ये प्लेस हमेशा छोड़ी जाएगी जहां पर जो भी डिस्कवरी होगी हम उन एलिमेंट्स को यहां प्लेस करें और उनकी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स कैसे होंगी मेटल्स आई थिंक सो दिस वाज अ वेरी रफ और यू कैन से दैट दिस काउंटडाउन ऑफ द पीरियड्स 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 इट मींस दैट देयर आर 7 पीरियड्स पहले पीरियड में 2 एलिमेंट्स दूसरे पीरियड में 8 तीसरे पीरियड में 8 4 and 5 contain 18 elements, 6 period carry 32 elements and 7th period is incomplete. So let's talk about the classification of the periodic table in the form of groups. इसमें बहुत सारे टेक्निकल पॉइंट्स आएंगे तो आप लोगों को बहुत गौर से सुनना है प्लीज. ग्रुप 1A. Group 1A. I already told you guys there are 2 types of subgroups. Groups are divided into subgroups. Group A, subgroup A and subgroup B. The A group, subgroup A is called as representative or main elements, while subgroup B contain non-representative or non-typical elements. एक टिपिकल हो गए एक नॉन टिपिकल. ए वाले टिपिकल और बी वाले नॉन टिपिकल. अब देखते हैं हम कौन से टिपिकल है और कौन से नॉन टिपिकल है. यू कैन सी ओवर हियर दिस इज ग्रुप 1A. It means that 1 means this belongs to group 1. 1A, 1 stands for group 1. 1A, 2A, this is 2A. So I am skipping the middle elements. Why? Because these belong to the B subgroup. Fine. Why they will be included in B subgroup? It will be discussed later on. First of all, 2A. Next one is 3A, 4A, 5A, 6A, 7A and 8A. Sometimes some people used to write, don't write 8A. They used to write that these elements are called as zero group elements. That's it. So let's talk about that. How these groups 1A, 2A, what they are called as. I told you guys this 1A is called as alkali metals. Alkali metals. Alkali metals. So you are looking at this element. This is hydrogen. This hydrogen has no any specific position in the periodic table. This element does not has any specific position in the periodic table. Why? This can be placed here. This can be placed here. This can be placed anywhere else. So hydrogen की पोजीशन कहां पर है इसको कोलैबोरेट करेंगे नेक्स्ट टॉपिक से. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट लिथियम. इट्स अ मेटल. सोडियम, पोटेशियम, रुबिडियम, सीजियम एंड फ्रेंचियम. सो दीज आर alkali metals. I told you in the previous lecture alkali metals are those metals when they will be dissolved in water they form alkalis, and alkalis are very powerful bases and which are water soluble. Next one, alkaline earth metals. So this also constitute a family, alkali metals and alkaline earth metals. Similarly, boron family, boron, aluminium, gallium, indium, tellurium. Carbon family, carbon, silicon, germanium, tin and lead. Similarly, nitrogen family, nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. Next, 6 group element, oxygen family. oxygen, sulfur, selenium, tellurium and polonium. This is very important family which I discussed in the previous lecture. These are halogens: fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. So if I just talk about these noble gases, these also constitute a family: helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon and radon. These are very least reactive elements in the periodic table, and I told you guys in this series xenon is able to make compounds. For example, xenon difluoride, xenon tetrafluoride, and xenon hexafluoride. So these compounds exist in nature, obviously. So we cannot say that they don't react. They have mixability. They have ability to make coordinate covalent bond as well as the covalent bonds. So let's talk about this. This was the 1A, 2A and etc. These are called as the main group elements. If we just talk about non-typical elements, our debate is mainly focused on the non-typical elements. They are scandium, titanium, vanadium, chromium, manganese, iron, cobalt, nickel, copper, zinc. So this series is called as 3D series. This series is called as 3D series, and this series is called as deuterium, zirconium, niobium, molybdenum, technetium, rubidium, ruthenium, palladium, silver, cadmium. So this series is called as 4D series. Why? Because their valence shell will constitute the 3D orbitals, and their valence shell constitute the 4D orbital. And if we just talk about this series, so this series and this series, so they belong to 5F or the 6F, like that. So they constitute the families like that. If we just talk about over here, it is written 3B. What is the main question rises here? Why we are starting this group from the 3B? The main answer of this question is very simple. Because scandium, deuterium and lanthanum, they usually exist in +3 oxidation state. That's why we just place these elements like that in the +3 oxidation state. It's a group 3. Okay, next one is group 4, 5, 6, 7. Once again, there is a confusion. Iron, cobalt, nickel, ruthenium, rhodium, palladium. I'm going to circle them like that. Osmium, iridium, platinum. So every of these elements in the form of groups, this will be written as 8B. Why this is so? This is our general question. हमने इसके ऊपर 8B क्यों लिखा है सबको? उसकी वजह यह है कि all of these elements usually commonly exist in the +2 oxidation state. अब 8B हो गया. Next है 1B and 2B. What is the meaning of that? Because 1B means they usually exist in +1 oxidation state, and similarly zinc, cadmium, mercury, they usually exist in +2 oxidation state. I hope so you understand this one. But once again, थोड़ा सा मज़ीद क्लैरिफाई कर दो. आप कहते हैं सर आपने इनको चले आप कहते थे 8B, 9B, whatever the case is, 10B, whatever the case is, you can just call them. इसकी एक बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग सी आपको एक ट्रिक बता दूं कि अगर 8 हमारे पास जो है वो सब ग्रुप A है तो 8 ही क्या होंगे, सब ग्रुप B होंगे. That's why हमने A और B को equally divide किया. So I hope so this is very much good information for you guys. So this is to be zinc, cadmium and mercury. They usually exist in +2 oxidation state. Okay. Now, so this was the classification, roughly classification of the transition metals. But I told you guys, transition metals are of two types. One of called as lanthanide series and second one is called as actinide series. वो कहाँ exist करती है? वो यहाँ से. Lanthanides के बाद यहाँ से start हो जाएगी और उसके बाद actinide से कहाँ से start हो जाएगी? नीचे से start. और उसके बाद यहाँ जो एलिमेंट्स आएंगे वो यहाँ पर आएंगे, और यहाँ पर जो एलिमेंट्स आएंगे लेंथ ऑब्सीडियम, जैसे ही सीरीज आप खत्म होगी उसके बाद कहां से स्टार्ट हो जाएंगे, जिरकोनियम से। दैट्स इट। अब यहाँ पर एक चीज और अंडरस्टैंड करने वाली है। मैंने कहा कि प्रोडक्ट टेबल को ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ मेटल्स, नॉन मेटल्स और मेटलाइट्स की फॉर्म में कैसे अरेंज किया जाता है। सो गाइस, in the left of this product table, so this one is left, on my side this is left, on your side that is right. This one, these are alkali metals, this one is metal, and on my right hand side all these are non metals, except, but there is a case, वो कौन सा केस है? मैंने कहा कि the case in which there is not a perfectly metallic reactor, there is not a perfectly non-metallic reactor. Some metals exist in the form of metals as well as non-metals. कुछ एलिमेंट्स ऐसे हैं जो मेटल्स या नॉन मेटल दोनों के फॉर्म में पाए जाते हैं, they are called as metallites. Let's talk about the staircase. As I told you guys कि metals, non-metals और metallites से भी आप प्रोडक्ट टेबल को एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं, और इस केस में जो staircase जो बनाऊंगा, this will represent the metallites. कैसे? सिलिकॉन, जर्मेनियम, आर्सेनिक, एंटीमनी, टेलोरियम, पोलोनियम and एस्टाटीन. They have characteristics of both metals as well as non-metals. I hope so you understand this classification of the product table in a very huge manner. So inshallah हम इसको मज़ीद भी इसको elaborate करेंगे जब हम with them in the form of जो है इसको each and every element की discussion होगी in the future lectures के अंदर. I hope so you enjoyed a lot. Thank you very much. अपना ख्याल रखिएगा. Thank you.